Who protects the Kenyan president? Meet William Olongishu Yamboi, the man who is paid to take a bullet for his boss, President William Samoei Ruto. Yamboi is the head of the crack presidential escort unit and is in charge of keeping President William Ruto safe every single day. Clad in a dark suit and with his eyes constantly darting around, Yamboi and his battalion of agents always act like shadows, anticipating and controlling the president's movements. Yamboi and his officers are expected to make the ultimate sacrifice if anything goes wrong. The agents are easily distinguished by their earpieces, and if you have ever wondered why they like sunglasses, it is because they like to hide their always roaming eyes. In more developed countries, some of the sunglasses are equipped with miniature video cameras which beam pictures of the crowd back to their headquarters. As President William Ruto's longtime bodyguard, Yamboi has constant presence by the head of state's side and has created a strong silent bond between him and the president. The commandant of the Presidential Escort Unit works closely with a series of officers, including the commanding officer of the GSU's G Company, Mr. George Nderitu.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Constitution of the President of Kenya during my service in the Kenya Police,
who carefully selects officers that normally work in shifts, providing round-the-clock protection to the president. Other than Yamboi, another officer among the hundreds closely charged with guarding the president is Commissioner of Police Noah Maio, whose role as officer in charge of all bodyguards acts as a direct supervisor of all the officers on ground when the president is outside or on the move. Maio is known in the close protection circles with the codename Oscar 1 and makes him a frontline officer in the close protection role. During action or when the president is out in the public, the officers are organized in layers, with the closest layer to the president being his personal bodyguards, who make sure he is closely protected. Every agent carries a gun, or sometimes each officer carries 2 guns. The officers normally carry 9mm Glock pistols, which are lighter and accurate for their close protection work. Yamboi and his officers are also armed with long-range firearms, just in case they need to have a long-range engagement with the enemy. Yamboi took over Kenya's most complicated job in October 2022 and currently serves as a commandant of the unit that is charged with protecting the president, the first lady, the deputy president, retired presidents, presidential families, visiting heads of states, and other distinguished foreign visitors. The unit also protects presidential candidates during the time of election campaigns. Yamboi is not a newbie in the game and has already spent over 10 years protecting President Ruto after serving as his head of security. Yamboi had served on Ruto's protective detail when he was deputy president. When President Ruto won the presidency, Yamboi moved to State House with him, assuming the title of Presidential Escort Unit Commandant. Most people may never know, but Yamboi, who is aged 48 years, is a former Kenyan athlete. Yamboi can not only protect the president, but is fit enough to chase down the speeding presidential motorcade, as is their routine. The top cop is a one-time African champion silver medalist, a one-time African champion, and he has also won a bronze medal at the World Championships. He joined the police service in 1991 and has served in the Presidential Escort Unit since 1997. He has offered his close protection skills to Kenya's 3 presidents, having been in the Presidential Escort Unit while Daniel Arap Moi and Mwai Kibaki were presidents. As a commandant in the Presidential Escort Unit, Yamboi is a senior officer with the rank of an Assistant Inspector General of Police. He also supervises the head of security for the deputy president, the head of security for retired presidents, who are usually officers with the rank of superintendent of police. His work involves ensuring proper command and control of the Presidential Escort Unit. He is driven in the lead car in the presidential motorcade and also commands and orders the Presidential Escort protection drivers on what routes or speed to move with during transit of the president. The drivers are skilled in driving the protection convoy, and they also have anti-hijack and evasive driving skills. Before President Ruto leaves State House or his private residence to appear in public anywhere, his security team sends an advanced team that analyzes all possible threats, criminal activity, or social unrest. The Presidential Escort Unit also works closely with a security team from the NIS, military intelligence, and IT engineers and technicians that install and control jammers to block any radio detonation signals to the president's location. Above all, presidential escort unit officers need to be constantly alert and to have cool heads. They need to know how to act in a crisis, but also display good judgment. Before the president's visit to a place out of Nairobi or outside the country, members of the team arrive at the place to coordinate their security schedule with the local authorities and check accommodation where the president would be staying. The president's personal bodyguards must also understand who is in the president's good books, and only them can allow who to approach or not to approach the president. That's it. Now you know who's in charge of the president's security. Keep it here for more.